What are you drinking?
Vodka and lemonade.
Vodka and lemonade. I'm doing Captain Coke.
Nice.
Hello, everybody. Today is Saturday. What is the date today, Andrea? December
28th.
28th. And tonight, Andrea and I are starting a brand new series. I don't know who we think we are.
Because the last one was so popular, right?
Called the Weekend Warmer Review. We really enjoy talking about wax on Wednesday nights. But as you know, since he has so many other products to talk about, and our warmers are just next level. So we don't want to neglect those. And we thought we would start a second little web show to discuss those.
Absolutely. I felt like the Wednesday Wax Chat could almost be a podcast, but this stuff is a little bit more visual. Actually, it's very visual.
Agreed.
I personally have warmers in my house that I don't even keep wax in. It's just for decor reasons. Sometimes we have warmers that look really great and they don't warm the wax so well. And sometimes we have warmers that can fragrance your entire home, but they really need to be in the background and behind a book or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we got 4 warmers that we're going to talk about today. And I think we picked out some pretty appropriate ones for the time of year that we're shooting this. New Year's is coming up. And both of these warmers that we're going to talk about really kind of embody that whole fireworks kind of, wow factor. So I guess I'll kick off with the Stargaze warmer.
Awesome. Were you a consultant when Stargaze went on sale?
So when it came out as a warmer of the month, I was not a consultant. When I came in 2017, it was in the catalog.
That was one of my most exciting nights as a Scentsy consultant, because I literally didn't drink anything on New Year's. And at 3 a.m., I was in front of my computer putting in, I think I pre-sold 22 of those babies. My PRV, I started the month with just amazing volume. I knew that my paycheck was going to be crazy, and everybody was so in love with this warmer. It's so beautiful.
Well, it is, and I love how each one is different. And I remember being a brand new consultant, and while I loved my alabaster warmer, which is right up there, that came in my starter kit, when I first started flipping through that catalog, the Stargaze was like, that I've got to get that warmer. And it's literally the first one that I got with my launch party with the host rewards. But like I was saying, each one is different. So they're similar, but there's little nuances. So while they're off, it's just like this mirrored ball. You can see my computer and my ring light and all that fun stuff. But when you turn it on, I'm trying to get centered in the frame here and shut this down. So check that out.
She's pretty.
It's got this whole like starburst kind of effect, and the camera's not picking it up as well as in person, obviously, but there is like, this one is more on the purple side, I would say. There's this sort of light purple in the starbursts. I've seen more green in some, and blues. They're really varied, which I think is really cool. The one in my office at work has more of the blues in it. So I just think it's really interesting. No matter how many Stargaze warmers you've ever cracked open, like, it's exciting to turn it on the first time and see what that's gonna
absolutely
look
like. I have a VIP group, and a couple of weeks after all of the Stargaze orders went in, the pictures of their Stargaze started to come in and get posted in there. And I have one customer who had one that had a perfect gradient from yellow down to blue.
Oh, that's amazing.
No red, no orange, no pink, no purple. And she was like, she thought that I chose it for her. She said, how did you know that my living room has all green and yellow in it? And I'm like, it's God. I don't know.
The Scentsy gods were smiling on her that day.
Yeah. Some of them are almost white, like very pale pink, like I guess yours is. My personal one is very much a rainbow. But we also have something called Nova, which came out about a year after Stargaze. And it's basically the same thing, but it's a different shape.
Right.
It looks a little bit more like an egg. I don't know. What would you call this? Is it oval? Teardrop?
Yeah. What is that? I mean, I don't even know what that shape is. It's definitely
it almost looks like the shape of a
right. That's
right?
interesting, right?
Scentsy warmer. Um, this is one of my favorite warmers, and I've had it out and working ever since I got it
Hmm.
because it really, again, you're not going to be able to see it, but it is a true rainbow. It's
Yeah.
just got a ton of color. My entire bathroom is in like a pale teal color, and this complements it perfectly because it's not the same color. It's just it's a complementing color, and it stays on 24/7. I never
Right.
turn it off. It's just that's the night light in my bathroom. You really don't even need to turn on the light in my bathroom because this gives off a decent amount of light, just enough for 2 o'clock in the morning when you're doing your thing. Um, and the dish is nice and deep.
Hmm.
This dish is a little bit gray compared to the Stargaze dish, which is perfectly clear.
Frosted.
Here's the thing, this glass is actually not gray. You're not going to be able to see it, but because I've had this baby going for like 2 years and I've cleaned it out, and I'm very good about cleaning up my dishes,
Hmm.
some of the paint is chipping off a little bit. You cannot tell. The only reason why I know is because I'm a Scentsy consultant.
Right.
But eventually, if you have these colored dishes, eventually some of the color does come off. But I don't care.
No.
It'll be
Well,
fine.
and so mine's right, that side right there set up. Just anytime I share a picture of my little setup back there, my camera's flipped. I sell one. They're gorgeous. And I think that in the Nova, you definitely get a lot more variation in color, at least in my experience,
Yes.
than in the Stargaze. And it's really kind of just a matter of your decor in your home, because as you saw with the Nova that Andrea held up, it was a much darker sort of. It's still that mirrored kind of effect, but it's more like smoke colored, I would say.
Yeah, mine is definitely darker.
And let me see, I'm gonna flip mine off.
I also feel like the Nova can be a little bit more terrestrial friendly.
Hmm.
The Stargaze takes up a lot of room because it's perfectly round, and this is just a little bit more narrow.
It does. I forgot how big the box was. When I it's pretty big. The same. It's pretty much the same shape and size as that ornamental. What was that one called? The Christmas glow.
Christmas glow, that was huge.
Huge, like a big glowing red ornament. But yeah. So that was those two, and we think that they're definitely appropriate for the new year. Obviously. Now next month, right?
Speaking of huge,
These warmers are both going to be 10% off. Almost everything on the entire website is going to be 10% off. Now, traditionally, that didn't happen until February, but Scentsy is kind of mixing things up a little bit on us this year. So the 10% off sale is going to start on the 3rd, correct, Andrea?
yes, starts on the.
I think it's the
I
3rd.
know that all the new releases are coming out on the 3rd,
Hmm.
so I would assume that the 10% off starts on the 3rd.
Right.
It does not include any licensed products. It does
Right.
not include stuff that's already in the clearance section, and it
Hmm.
does not include Bring Back My Bar.
Correct. Um, well, and interesting that you brought that up. From what I understand, if you do a
6-pack.
bundle, right? A 6-pack, but so if you do a 6-pack of just Bring Back My Bar, you're not getting the discount. But if you throw 1 bar of catalog wax in there and then 5 bars of Bring Back My Bar, you get the discount.
Now, why would they make that so confusing?
I don't know, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of questions about that.
Well, that's why it's really super important to have a consultant that you can trust. Any Scentsy consultant is going to try to get you the best deal possible. And any good Scentsy consultant is going to either understand all of the deals and bundles and whatnot, or they're going to ask their upline what all the deals and bundles are and whatnot. So it's really important to not just go onto our website. You can go onto our website and browse, but the best thing to do is to actually contact a consultant, say, this is my payment information, this is my budget, this is what I want. Can you help me out? And that's only the really super successful Scentsy consultants. They are in touch with their customers. They don't just have a
Yes.
website and just luck into sales.
Right.
Doesn't happen.
Absolutely. And a lot of times, because we have so much experience with the bundles and what's coming, what's going, all of that sort of thing, we can generally make something work. So I can't stress that enough. Andre's 100% correct. Browse the website all day long, see, what you like, what you love. But before you hit that submit order button, contact us and just say, hey, I'm looking at getting this, and just let's see what we can do. Worst case scenario, you've got it all figured out, right?
How many times have you had somebody go onto the website and buy 1 warmer and 3 bars of wax individually?
Almost every time. It drives me crazy because I'm like, oh, I could have saved the money, you
Yep.
know?
Yep. Or somebody who buys like $250 worth of stuff
Could have been
and
a
doesn't
party.
realize that they could have been earning free and half price hostess rewards the whole time.
Yeah.
Host rewards. Sorry, I don't want to be sexist.
Yeah, that would have been $25 in free product credit and 1 or 2 half price items.
Yep.
So anyways, those were the 2 New Year's themed warmers that we wanted to show, but we also want to give you guys a preview of January's warmer of the month. Now, this is also available on January 3rd. I have a feeling that they're going to go pretty quickly on back order, because generally if it sells out, it's still going to be available for fulfillment throughout the whole month, since he's usually pretty good about
Generally, not guaranteed.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, with that Enchanted Pumpkin, that thing went on back order in 6 days, and they still haven't shipped out those warmers yet. So
right.
And
that Enchanted Pumpkin doesn't have anything on this.
Right.
In my opinion.
Well, and this is such a different concept too, since he's never done anything like this before. And then you sort of sweeten the deal by the fact that there's 2 warmers. There's actually 2 warmers. You can pick which one you want for the month of January, and they're both going to be 10% off no matter which one you choose.
And just like the Nova and the Stargaze, each one is individual. So a lot of people know that I'm technically a licensed massage therapist, and I worked in a salt cave for over a year. So I'm pretty schooled on the whole Himalayan salt lamp, if that's the little teaser that you needed about what we're going to talk about. There you go. Himalayan salt actually has 84 trace minerals that are not contained, that are not included in regular table salt. One of the reasons why you want to warm a salt lamp in your home, and we're not going to get into the whole, there's a controversy about it shouldn't be around pets, it shouldn't be around children. Wax and warmers shouldn't necessarily be around little children anyway, right? I mean, you put it up on a shelf, you don't want your kid like playing in the wax. It's not toxic. But for the same thing with this, okay? My cats, I've had mine out now for a week. My cats couldn't care less about this thing. It's almost like you take an Advil and how does it know where to go to fix the thing? We don't exactly know how it works, but for some reason, Himalayan salt lamps give people a sense of serenity, and they can help relieve bronchial problems, arthritic problems. I mean, not necessarily just with this one little lamp, but wait till you see. They're crazy, right?
All right. Okay, so I had to stretch and work out a little bit for this, because these are heavy, because it's actual salt. This is not faux salt lamp warmer.
You licked yours, right?
I licked mine. I did. It was good. It was salt.
Me too.
Okay, so I got the pink Himalayan salt.
And I got the white. It just so happened we didn't plan it that way.
Right? Funny how that works out. So, y'all, these are so pretty. Now, it looks it's so prettily heavy. Now I think on my screen it's coming across a little orange, but this is pink. Okay. And if you see, mine is a little more rough cut. It's not quite honed on the sides or anything like that. Now, if you look down the center barrel there, they've cut out the spot for the bulb and everything, and it just sits on a very simple base. But I'm going to turn it on, and it's just going to look like I'm Iron Man or something, but it's so pretty, you guys. Okay. So if I bring it in close, I think it will kind of start to show. Yeah.
And the light that it gives off is so warm. It's like a cantaloupe color. It's beautiful.
It is. Yeah, again, it's coming across a little yellow, a little orangey on the video, but it is literally like baby pink in my hands.
Yeah. Now mine is not just white, but it's almost a blue white. And like we said, every one is, or I think I said it, whatever. Every one of these is a little bit different because they're actually carved out of, a big salt mine. Mine is actually really stark white. In person, it almost looks a little bit blue. it's coming off very pink here, just like Matt's did.
Mm-hmm.
I had blue wax in here and it was stunning. It was absolutely beautiful. And
I
then I
saw
put
that.
red wax in here too. And that made the whole thing look beautiful too.
Right. Well, another fun element with these is that you can use our colored bulbs in them.
Yes.
Is your arm
Holy
okay? I was propped on this counter. I was.
Yeah, a lot of people have put the colored bulbs into the white one, not necessarily the pink one. If you put a green bulb into the pink, I don't think it would look terrible, but it might make it look a little muddy.
Yeah, maybe.
But like if you put the orange into the pink, if you wanted it even more dulled, that would be great. I kind of wish that we could get this in a 20 watt. This is very bright. Like every once in a while I have a little bit of insomnia and I have to be in the living room in the middle of the night because I don't want to wake up my whole family. And I have to shut this off if I'm going to be sleeping in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
And it also, I found that it took a very long time to warm the wax.
I did hear that. I have not warmed wax in it yet. I've heard that, because it's salt, mine's been sitting in this air-conditioned room all day, and it's kind of cool to the touch. So it's going to sort of absorb the ambient temperature in the room, which, is why we've got the 25 watt instead of the 15, I'm assuming, because it needs to get warm to kind of overpower whatever your room temperature is.
I will tell you though that it does throw a lot of scent once it warms up, but it takes a solid 45 minutes for it to really warm up. So this is something that I would if you really want this to warm your wax, if you're using this utilitarian wise, both, aesthetically and fragrance wise, turn it on 45 minutes before you want it to really be throwing that scent. But once it does, it throws scent like a rock star.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited about that. So as the warmer of the month, they're also going to be 10% off in January.
Right.
So every warmer we've shown you guys tonight, you can get for 10% off, which is pretty awesome, I think.
Totally. Another thing you can get for 10% off. This is the warmer. This is the scent of the month for January. It's called Inhale Exhale. Did you warm it?
I have not warmed it.
Okay. I have.
I
twice.
have huffed it like a junkie.
Hold on, I gotta get my glasses on. Unless you know the notes by heart.
I've got it right here.
Salted citrus, calming freesia, solar woods.
Yes.
I will tell you that this smelled completely different in my living room than it did in my bedroom.
Really?
When I put 2 cubes in my living room and no other warmers, I fell madly in love with this wax. It gave just enough of a little bit of a perfume, fresh feeling in my living room. I loaded up the warmers in my bedroom and I had to shut them all off. It's either that the wax is too strong or it's just, or it's stimulating in some way because I could not sleep.
It smells like a dream. I mean, it's it's hard to even, I can't. It's so good. It's really good. I was afraid this was going to be, when I read Inhale Exhale without reading the notes first, I was like, is this going to be herbal or like
just breathe?
Going with it? Yeah. No, thank you. God, this is really good. I hope this makes it into the catalog next go around.
Well, you should warm it and you should give your opinion. Because like a week after I gave my first opinion, I was giving a different opinion.
Sure.
I still want to try it in my bathroom. I just think that in a bedroom, you would think Inhale Exhale would be very relaxing. For some reason, I did not find it relaxing. I might have just been having a bad night. I don't know. But as Scentsy consultants, most of us who bought the kit, we've got a ton of these on hand. So I have the leg room to try it in different areas for myself.
Right.
So that's going to be $5.60 for the month of, no, $5.40 for the month of January because it's 10% off.
Yeah.
There's too many numbers going on.
Right. $5 and some change. It's fine. Now Nova and Stargaze, these are $50 warmers. So they're kind of at the higher end of the warmer range, right? But with that 10% off, I mean, that's a significant savings and they're really worth every penny. They're so gorgeous. There's nothing out there on the market that even holds a candle to it. And then
Did you just say candle?
Ooh, expressions gone bad. But also, if you don't want to wait until January, reach out to Andrea or myself if we're your consultants. Or if you don't have a consultant, pick one of us, it's fine. we always have some kind of personal special going on. So we absolutely can figure something out for you.
And I think we both do specifically have specials going on
Yeah,
right now.
right now
We're allowed to say that. We're just not allowed to go into specifics.
Right.
I always try to give a better special than what Scentsy gives, because it makes it worthwhile for people to place their order with me so that I can actually customize their order for them, and they're just not choosing blindly from the website. So
yeah.
How much is the salt lamp warmer?
Salt lamp warmer, I've got it right here. I think it was, they changed the catalog format. I'm so lost. So it's normally a $60 warmer, but it will be $54 during the month of January.
And with a lifetime warranty. Yes. And but all four of them, every warmer that we give has a lifetime warranty. It's a manufacturer's warranty. So if you pick it up and throw it across the room, it's not going to be covered. Right. But chances are, if something goes wrong with this warmer, they're going to send you a new one of these, not necessarily a whole one of these. Now, if you order white and you get pink, like that's on them. That's a problem. You won't have to pay for the shipping. You won't have to pay for the restocking fee, but you'd have to like say, you know, I ordered the wrong one. Here's a copy of my receipt, like that kind of thing. Yeah. But just like with some of our lampshade warmers and our plug-in warmers, if something goes wrong, they're not necessarily going to replace the whole kit and caboodle, but the part that actually does the work. Right. There's no reason for them to replace stuff that's not broken. You know what I mean? So chances are they would just replace the base for you.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, actually, you know what? Just on a quick note, this is the same size as this, the dish.
Yep.
Or the Nova and the Stargaze and the salt lamp. And chances are the Christmas glow. Yeah. And I think there's another one that's a little bit blue. So when you order your salt lamp, you could order extra dishes. I've been starting to tell a lot of my customers to order an extra dish. Most of the time it's only $8. In the month of January, it's only going to be whatever that math is. Yep. Don't ask. And you could probably get other colored dishes. Those very slight variations, but that might be, that just adds just a little bit more personality to it.
Well, and I'll tell you, it might seem like you're being overcautious, okay, when you're placing an order to purchase an extra dish ahead of time. But I'm going to tell you, if you drop your dish while you're cleaning out your wax, or your kid knocks your warmer over, or you're going to be pissed because you're not going to be able to warm wax in that warmer for at least a week, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to be there.
Well, I have like extra dishes. I have fit like the wrong size dish on the wrong warmer, and it really is not the right thing to do. It's not just a hazard that somebody could bump into it. It doesn't warm the wax correctly. So
well, and that's another point to make about that is light bulbs. Okay, specific light bulbs come with these warmers. You get them through Scentsy. And people will go to Ace Hardware, or they'll go to Lowe's, and they'll say, oh, well, I'm just going to pick up a replacement light bulb here. And next thing you know, their wax is warming too warm, or it's not melting at all. These bulbs are shaped in a way that is specific for these warmers to get the wax to the proper temperature.
Right. Right.
Correct. Yes.
All right. So today is Saturday. We're calling this Weekend Warmer Review because we want to keep ourselves a little bit freer. So that sometimes this will come out on Saturday. Sometimes it'll come out on Sunday. Again, we might have guests come in and out, something like this. It could even be just Matt is on his own or I'm on my own, whatever. We're going to try to keep it as a team. And if you guys want specific warmers, and we have them, you can always ask if you're really curious about it, and you know you're asking us within a decent time frame. If one of us has that warmer, like either in our stock, we're not allowed to keep stock, but whatever. Sometimes we have it for ourselves, and we're just in our stash of warmers. I would be happy to go into my stash and show somebody a warmer that they're really interested in, because then that will let them know if they want it or not. And I'm always honest about the performance of a warmer. Always.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, we want you to be happy with your purchase.
Yeah.
There's no sense in me selling you something just to make a sale, and then you're not happy with it, and then you don't purchase Scentsy anymore because you just assume that that's how that is, you know.
Exactly.
So, yeah, any suggestions about format or anything, we're definitely open to. Like I was saying, this is a brand new thing for us, but we thought it would be fun to start showcasing some of our gorgeous warmers. And I think that's pretty much it. Andrea, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I'm just really excited to put my salt lamp back where it's supposed to be and my Nova back where it's supposed to be, because these are both active warmers in my home right now. I am a Scentsy consultant and I really do use the products
Right.
religiously. So if you ever thought that maybe you felt like you wanted to share your love for Scentsy, you can go ahead and contact Matt, contact me, contact whoever is your sponsor, your consultant, and ask about becoming a Scentsy consultant, because it's so worth it, even if you're just buying for yourself.
Oh, so
Totally.
worth it.
All right.
All right.
I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. All right.
I think
That worked.
Yeah, it was fine.